all up.
What?
Jeez. Well, because they have a natural twist to them, and you gotta stick with the natural twist. So.
Sometimes you gotta break the rules.
No breaking of the rules.
You know, the rules are made to be broken.
The rules are definitely not made to be broken.
Definitely, you have to break the rules.
I don't like breaking the rules.
Why not?
Because I write the rules.
Yeah, who cares? Let's go.
You know. What's up, everyone? A little 5-star after hours going on.
Yes, exactly. It's overtime, baby.
For who?
I have no idea.
Are we
for somebody that is
gonna
watching
say.
right now, working.
I was gonna say, jeez, we're not getting paid.
That is true.
This is definitely.
It's too late for work.
Well, you know, the thing is I don't.
It is.
If I don't get this done,
Well, then you have to.
well, then it kind of sucks.
What's up, Mel? How you doing, buddy? Long time no see you.
Yeah.
It's another slingshot. No, it's not.
Actually, we're working on some ARC stuff.
Yes.
We're building the display for Knowledge Fest class that we're teaching.
Richard said you write the rules that makes the whole world sing.
That was good. That's a song, by the way. Just making sure, man.
Overtime, crew.
Jesus, I wish. Yes,
Yeah,
ARC.
no kidding, right?
Yeah,
Hello
here,
from Iceland.
I'll give you
What's
guys
up?
a preview of what it is. So this is a display. So sacrilege happening right here, but this is the display that we're building. And look at those. Look how sexy those look. Ooh. Yeah, there's ferals on there, believe it or not. Oh yeah.
Happy Wednesday, Clint.
Yeah.
See? It's a good morning for him.
Is it Wednesday?
I guess.
Yeah. Well, I mean, other side of the world.
What's up?
This the class we're teaching is part. We found 2 sponsors for the class to make it easier.
For Knowledge Fest.
Yeah, for Knowledge Fest.
So if you go into Knowledge Fest in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
2 weeks.
Fernando's freaking out about
I
the
know.
2 weeks.
2 weeks, Knowledge Fest, Las Vegas. That's gonna be awesome. If you go in, that's gonna be great.
Is that the new ARC amps? So, all right. So, funny story. These amps are dead. We needed props, is what we needed. So, was that Paragon? Did I just see Paragon music pop up in there? Anyways, we needed props for the for this, and Brian Mitchell was nice enough to find us, and I wanted 2 of each. So we actually have a matching set of these sitting over there, so we can kind of do a dissected version of it. Like, oh, it is Paragon. What's up, man? Paragon. Anyways,
Mike.
so we could do a dissected version of it. So this is going to be like the hero car, as I like to call it, all done up and finished. And then there'll be a second one that is all just the pieces. So they didn't need the works. Trust me, when we got them, we're like, oh, these things are so pretty. I had to call Brian and says, they say they're dead. Does this really mean they're dead? And he's like, yeah. I was like, damn it. Oh, kicker in 5 minutes. All right, so we got 5 minutes. Thanks, Bobby.
Yes.
Yeah, because tonight on Kicker, Brian Schmidt, Master Tech Expo is going to be on. So I don't want to. I don't want to steal from him.
Yeah, I know.
Because he'll be like, "What the heck, man?"
Oh, okay.
So we'll keep an eye on it. Do you guys prefer insulated or non-insulated ferrules? I don't have a preference. It just depends on where it's going. So, for example, those that you just saw, those are non-insulated.
Yeah.
But I buy insulated, and I just remove the insulation off of them. It's really the only way I've figured out to do a Phoenix connector, which is what those are, that doesn't look like absolute crap. Because I hate it. I hate looking at a Phoenix connector and you see all the ferrule ends sticking out. Mm-hmm. To me, that just looks cheesy. So, but ferrules obviously serve a good purpose.
Yeah.
And they just finish off the wire and make it look nice. So in this case, I cut them off, shrink wrap the ends. It's a pain in the ass, but hey, you're worth it.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, there you go.
What?
They live.
Oh, are they live?
Yeah,
oh man, dang, we waited too long. Too long.
Yeah.
Well, hey guys, I don't want to keep you guys from kicker.
If you wanna know what's going on, just go to the show.
What are we
guys
talking
find
about?
out about Master Tech.
Yeah. With all the top-notch educational classes with some of the best in the business teaching knowledge fest, why would you attend? Why wouldn't you attend? Oh,
Why wouldn't?
I was gonna say, why would you? I mean, they were silly enough to ask us to teach a class.
It's like you keep him from my family. My kids hate me.
Yeah, actually, Haley just stopped by with Clarissa, and they're going to Hooters. They dropped off cookies. Oh, dude.
All right.
I tell you what, here's how we're going to end this, because I want you guys to get over there and watch the kickers.
Yes.
But before I do that, the kickers.
The kickers.
All right, Fernando, I want you to film this, because this is going to be tear-jerking. So, we needed 4 channels to look like RCAs, but so I'm going to cut these beautiful RCAs.
No, don't do that. Wait.
So I want you guys to see this. This is all in the name of propdom or dumb, whatever it is. So there you go. There's all right. That's it, guys. That's so sad.
Bye.
All right, end the show. Thanks, guys. We'll see you tomorrow.
Bye, guys.
Oh no, I'm trying to get this. I want to see me. What do you see me for?
Because
You need to get into the shop.
I don't want to.
Oh, whatever.
Oh.
I got scared. You're scary.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, hey, you're alive.
No, that was different people.
That was different people?
Yeah, at the same time. Crazy.
That's crazy. Good evening, everyone.
And welcome to the show.
I know this is like the late night 5-star week.
Oh, yeah. No kidding, right?
Yeah.
What's up, boys? What's going on? How you guys doing today?
So,
Abraham. Oh, wow. Look at that.
Abraham?
Long time no see you. See?
Yeah. Very nice. Very nice.
We probably say his name wrong, but
It's okay.
I know.
At this point, it's been years, so I feel like that's just his name now.
What's up, Danny?
Doesn't matter what your mama calls you. What does Tina Fernando call you?
Exactly. Happy Friday, gentlemen.
It's still Thursday.
For me, I think it's just a Friday.
It's still Thursday.
Really?
Yeah.
No, I don't think so.
It's totally still Thursday.
No.
Yeah. I mean,
No.
tomorrow is Friday, and we're going to do the news.
So, yes, exactly. So, tomorrow's Friday, 9 o'clock on the DNF, Dina Fernando Car Stereo Clips on YouTube, Car Stereo News.
That was good that you were dropping the DNF tool drawer thing.
Hey,
That was pretty
you know,
good.
it's just, if you want to find some good tools, you
Ooh.
can find it in DNF tool drawer.
Yeah, I got 2 IRTAs I got to ship out.
There
Or
you
have
go.
Sue ship out tomorrow.
El Fernandez, what's up, guys?
So the reason why we're working late so much this week is we're in the mad dash. We have.
What are you doing so they can see what's going on?
I'm doing arts and crafts. Is really what I'm doing. This is arts and crafts. So we're making a display that highlights all of the shrink wrap that we use in order to do our installation.
Yeah.
Why don't you show them the? Why don't you show them the wire thing? Why don't you
All right, so-
flip the camera around? Woo! Hey, what's up, guys?
Hang on. Oh, I just ended. Oh, no. How do you flip it? I don't know how this thing works.
Oh, whatever.
All right, so you guys probably see already the AMRAC that is already in the here on Instagram and Facebook and all that stuff. So this is gonna be the display. The Dean is gonna talk about all the techniques and the different wire, different sizes, ferrules, and the twisted wires. A lot of people ask about where you guys get these twisted wires. We made it, and we're gonna tell you how we made this. And so there you go.
Well, I was showing the other display.
Where's the other display?
Right next to it, dude. That was. Yeah. Oh, this.
Yeah. I already.
All right, sorry.
Ferrules, heat shrink, different wires. It's okay, man. It's a late night. I know.
Yeah. Sorry, delusional.
I know. So, and this, I like this one because
it's colorful.
It's colorful.
Yeah.
There you go. So you got your 4 gauge, your 8 gauge, and front, rear, left.
Yeah, so this is a couple different things that are happening here that's important. So all of these are 3-to-1 shrink.
Mm-hmm.
That's why we only have to stock these 2. Now, this is where common sense kind of goes sideways. These are 2-to-1. The reason why we stock so many different 2-to-1 sizes is because these are a lot cheaper than the 3-to-1. 3-to-1 costs way more money, but that's why we do it this way. Then these are also 3-to-1, so that we only have to stock one of these. So this is I want to say this is a 1/2 inch.
Mm-hmm.
And this we can pretty much cover everything that we need to with it, which is really nice.
Yeah. Yeah. And this is the clear one. Probably you can see it. Yeah, there you go.
It's all clear.
1/2 inch, 8. And I use this when I put labels.
Yep.
When you put your label and, hey.
So the idea behind this is that when we're going through the class,
yeah,
that we can kind of explain to you our thought process, or as I like to call, our crazy. Ooh, for those of you guys that are excited about Master Tech, we just found out who is going to be competing in the build off. I know we talked about who's going to be competing in the wire challenge.
Yeah.
But we're also in the next day or so going to announce who's going to be competing in the build off. So that ought to be pretty exciting.
That is crazy because crazy people. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm pretty. We just got that information today. So we'll be sharing that with you guys here really soon. We also got the class project that everyone's going to be working towards on it. We got to see the artwork for that, and Tom Miller is just he's amazing.
He's out of this world.
Yeah. So I guess next weekend, Tom, Gary from Old Fashioned Podcast, and a couple of the other guys will be out at Mobile Solutions building the display so that you can see what it is that you're going, what they're going to be talking about. And so I've convinced Brian to Saturday we get to go. We're not going. We're going to take you guys to a live feed of Master Tech so you can see these guys at work.
So they're gonna show us a little bit of what's going on.
Yeah.
Behind the
that'll
scenes.
be pretty cool.
Yes.
And then this Saturday, don't forget this Saturday, we'll be talking about the new features in the audio control DSP. So this Saturday we'll be doing DSP talk for the beginning of the show. We're not going to go real crazy. We're just going to, highlight some of the new features that it has, answer any questions. So if it's going to be a normal show in the sense that
it's not going to be a full hour.
No, we're just going to go over the new features.
Yeah, probably 15
answer
minutes.
any questions that anybody has about them.
Yeah.
And then we will promptly get to the Q&A portion of the show.
Oh, it's not straight.
It's totally straight. I'm going with this line right here.
Oh, man, I can say it's not straight. Anyway, all right. So, for the new Accord,
yes.
will you going with a key lock?
Ooh, yeah.
It's a good idea to use for a 5-channel amplifier, not DSP.
Yeah, actually.
It's a non-premium.
Yeah, no, because just coming off the fronts and then feed everything in the DSP amp with that, it's actually really, really smart way. If you don't need fader, then that's actually pretty cool. And the reason, there's not a ton of EQ in an Accord.
No.
What there is bass roll-off. And not bass roll-off in the sense of volume loudness. It's bass roll off in the sense it has a high pass crossover on it that there is no bass.
Yeah.
So, yeah, putting a key lock in there is going to bring back a ton.
Look at that.
Of
Look
that.
at that guy. You see?
So, be a ton of that bass brought back in, which would be really nice.
Yeah. What's up, Arturo? What can I use to add a subwoofer and an amplifier to a 2018 Dodge Charger RT with the Alpine 6 speaker system? What do you need?
If I was doing that car, I would strongly urge you to get the Pack Audio Sub Pro. Or if you were going to maybe do something in the future, just go straight into the Amp Pro.
What's the difference between these
two? The difference between the two is the Sub Pro is identical in every regards as far as functionality to the Amp Pro. It is just designed for subwoofers. So it has a single RCA output. It comes actively already crossed over at 120 hertz. And that is just because they don't want you to use it as a 2-channel Amp Pro.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, yeah, I was against it, but whatever. It's not my toy. But it's designed to integrate into the data bus of the car and give you a full, awesome signal. Now, so the Sub Pro is just 2 RCAs, the Amp Pro is 6 RCAs. But the other thing that the Sub Pro gives you that the Amp Pro does not, because when you're buying the Amp Pro, they assume you're going to be replacing everything. So they do not give you the bypass for ANC, automatic noise canceling. But when you buy the Sub Pro, you actually get the ANC bypass harness.
Yep.
So there is subtle differences between the two. At the end of the day, it's just 2 wires that you have to cut. But it's nice that
that they give you that.
But either way,
yes.
Either one of those 2 products will get you.
And if you ask me, I would do the Amp Pro just in case, at some point I'm going to add it later. I don't have to buy a new piece again. But that's just me.
Nobody asked you, Fernando.
I know.
I mean,
still, I'm going to tell you.
Personally, I would change everything and do a DSR1.
Oh, no. Now you're going crazy. Slow down.
I mean, that's just the better way to do it. I'd just put a multi-channel amplifier with a DSR1.
No, nobody.
I'm just saying that's the best. Because you get... Did you intentionally cut this one short?
Oh, I didn't know.
Yeah, this one sucks.
Okay, so... All right. Talking about wires. I got the new concept 16 gauge for the speakers. I'm sorry.
Okay.
But they are not twisted. They are in parallel, right?
Speaker wire.
Yes, just a regular speaker wire.
Okay.
All the way. The question is, twist the cables to avoid the interference or just for the look?
Just listen, if you have if you have side by side speaker wire like this,
yes,
you just leave it alone.
Yeah.
If you have speed wire, this is why we never get out of here. So if you have speed wire like this, and we'll cut this open here real quick. All right, so you fillet the ends, and so you have this at the end, like such. Let me get rid of the insulator.
Oh, now you avoid the warranty.
Yeah, okay, so you end up with something like this. Typically what you would do is you would sort them out and then use your drill and then just twist the ends together to make it just look prettier. But that's all you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
This does add a certain level of difficulty when actually terminating at the amplifier, which can get to be a real pain in the butt. But yeah, you're doing it for the look.
Yeah, you do it for the
straight doing it. She's got the look. Oh, so yeah.
All right.
Which isn't a bad reason to do something, but I mean, obviously.
What's going on in the Mustang?
The Mustang is almost done.
Really?
Yeah, it's almost done.
Huh.
It's It's a Kenwood system.
It's a Kenwood system, totally.
So it's a Paul system. So we changed a lot of the stuff that he suggested. We have the Marine version of the 802.5, which I think is like the 8005 or something like that. Somewhere around here. Yeah.
Sure. It's over there.
The XM 802.5. Yeah, the XM 802.5. It's a convertible, so the amplifiers are mounted up underneath the convertible top.
Yeah.
And really that's about the only room in this car for an amplifier. So when we pulled those amps out, we made a bracket, put the 8X 802.5 in there. And then in the doors, we did a set of 6.5 components. So we custom made a tweeter mount.
This is really nice because the Kenwood tweeter actually sits a little bit, sticks out a little bit more than just a regular one. And when you put it on, of course, the grill is gonna hit. So
yeah, so what this does is there's a lip on the inside here. So the tweeter actually sits down inside of this so that it becomes it's countersunk.
Yeah.
It's kind of cool.
It is really cool.
It was a great idea, Good job, Fernando. So then we put the tweeters in, and then we also made custom brackets for the 6.5s in the door.
Yeah.
To go from a 5x7 to a 6.5. The rear is just a set of Exelon 5.25s. It's getting a 706 radio from Kenwood.
That is over there too.
It got the single DIN to double DIN conversion. Because they make that now, which is pretty freaking awesome. Because it was a pain in the ass before. And that's really about it. So, and he's getting the Kenwood downfiring enclosure, or not? Well, the Kenwood 12 enclosure.
Yeah, it's a regular driver.
The one that can either fire up or fire back.
But in this case, it's gonna just fire down.
It's gonna fit.
All right. So I got a system hooked up in a 2023 Camry.
Yes.
Museway DSP and a monoblock.
Yeah, nice.
The low bass is in there. What could have fixed this? It's a key lock, or an epicenter.
So a key lock will fix the problem. It'll make it go away. There won't be any more problem if you do the key lock. The epicenter will give you the ability to have some fun with it. Okay. So there's no wrong answer for this question. It's like, what do I go with? Well, whatever you want. You can do. I probably could have spread these out more.
Yeah, no kidding.
I got a little carried away. I'm sorry.
Like that's what I have the tape. So half inch.
Another short one, man. What happened? So the key lock will flatten it out, fix it, make it sound as natural as possible. The epicenter will give you the adjustment for, like, if you listen to a lot of 80s or 90s rock music or reggaeton or...
Not reggaeton, but just like some of the Spanish music.
German Spanish music, as I like to call it. Anyways, that will make that all sound really good. So yeah, one of those.
Dean.
Yes.
I have a 2016 Chevy Equinox.
Okay.
Crutchfield says not replace the radio.
Ooh, probably right.
Any thoughts?
So the Equinox, I thought Metra used to make a dash kit for the Equinox.
Yeah.
But that might have been the one that they stopped making the dash kit on.
Okay.
I'm not sure.
Yeah.
But, the thing is when Crutchfield says something, it's usually because either A, they've never validated it, or B, the companies that they carry don't make the product. So anytime there's an oddball dash kit that it's like, I don't know if anybody makes that, the first place to check is Metra, because they're the one company that is actively still making dash kits, not just harnesses, but dash kits. So when you're looking for a oh man, does anybody make that dash kit? Yeah, if Metra doesn't make it, then it probably doesn't exist. So check metraonline.com and see if they make something for you.
That's right. Do either of you remember what the new Nakamichi floor and screen product number was?
Not a clue.
I don't remember.
I don't remember even talking to them.
But
I know we did.
But you know what? If you go to the NakamichiUSA.com, you're probably gonna find it there. Cause
I mean, that's
why would they not have it there?
Because it's not available yet.
Yeah. When I put the key lock for the subs,
yes,
I do notice that is so much output voltage that comes out of it, and the output voltage not turn up. Usually I set few notches from the peak before the store. So it is normal.
When you're setting a key lock, you have to do the whole programming where you use their test tones to set up the output voltage of the key lock. So,
yes.
Honestly, when we're doing a key lock, it's like I just have their instruction paper out, because even though we've done a ton of them, it's always just like, oh yeah, what are we doing again? So you just follow their instructions with their test tones, and it always works out perfect. So I haven't really had any problems.
Do you guys make a mount for a Morel Y-Range 2.5 for the second generation Toyota Tacoma? If so, I'd like to buy one.
Honestly, I have no idea what we've made it
I mean,
for.
we definitely make anything for the Toyota.
Well, okay, so
but
Mesh, M-E-S-H, man, M-A-N,
.net.
Reach out to him, because if it's a piece of acrylic and you need it cut for your dash, he's going to be the guy that is be like, no problem, man. If he's got the measurements, he will gladly figure it out and send it to you.
Yeah.
So I would definitely give him a call, or drop him an email at meshman.net. And he's got access to more cars now because he just started back in the Bay. So, but yeah, give John a call, or drop him an email, and make sure you tell him that we sent you, and he'll get you squared away, man. He's a really good guy.
So I can get my commission.
Yeah.
No commission at all.
No commission at all.
All right, DSP question.
Yes.
At what point do I set the gains on my 4-channel and a sub amplifier? Before I set it up, all the time delay crossovers, EQ, or after the DSP, it's a DM608. This is a good question.
So, okay. So this question can be answered a couple different ways. If we're dealing with a full range source, so either like an Amp Pro or an aftermarket radio or something like that, then you're going to set all your gains right in the beginning. Okay, so God, you really you got short on the ends there.
Oh, really?
You're gonna set your gains right in the beginning. So you're gonna play your test tones. You're gonna set up your channel output. Okay, so you're going to go into it, and you're not going to turn on your crossovers. You're just going to direct set up channel output. So channel 1 is feeding channel 1 and 2. Channel 1 is feeding channels 3 and 4. 3 and 4 is feeding 5 and 6. You're going to do all of that. Get all that set up, and then you're going to set your gains at that point. Now keep in mind, these are not going to be... These are just setting up the maximum. So like if you're like, I'm just going to set everything to negative 5 dBs of gain overlap, fine, go for it. That's the time when you do it. You set it all up, and then that's it for touching the gains. The only time you're going to go back to the gains is if you feel like you want to turn them down, but from there you can do all your level control in the DSP. So you're not going to leave your gains set, meaning you're going to change the DSP output. All right, because you're not going to leave your tweeters playing at whatever. There's not a system ever with a DSP that this channel is set to -5 and that channel is set to -5. It starts out that way, but then once you start adjusting it, things are going to be turned down. And so you don't go back in and turn stuff up.
Yeah.
Because that would be bad. But yeah, you're going to set them from the beginning. Now, if you have an aftermarket radio and you're dealing with this, well, that changes everything. Because if an audio control does not have de-equalization...
Oh, you got closer and closer.
Yeah, I know. It just kind of happened. Well, this one... Because the reds aren't the same thickness as the...
I know.
I don't think we can go any smaller than that. I mean, that's as good as it's going to get.
Okay.
But anyways, it kind of sucks.
Huh.
No, I want to cut that back off now. I want to make it shorter. Might have to do that.
Yeah.
At that point, you're going to... You have a whole nother headache because now you have to worry about that. Just leave the gains on the amplifier all the way down. Start doing your tuning process. And you're going to have to... just going to have to use the old lights on the amplifiers to kind of keep an eye on.
You're going to use the old ones.
Yeah. Because they have a clip light indicator on them, and those are pretty accurate. So when they start blinking, you got it too loud.
That's right.
But...
You done?
I'm done.
All right.
I just feel like we need to cut that off now.
Well, yeah, because it's too big.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, it's going to sit like that, though, so...
What do you think? You should cut it or leave it like that?
The reality is I'm gonna leave it like that because...
Alright, so hang on. Let's see what people say.
I don't really care.
Oh, wow.
Oh, you want what? Oh.
Yes, cut it.
No.
I know.
No. Got a better idea.
What?
Almost forgot. I know what to do. I have it.
Cut it.
No.
Cut it.
Oh, shush.
Everybody's like, cut it.
No. Stop. Everyone take a fucking chill pill.
Yeah, see? Yeah, just cut it. It's not even straight, bro.
It's...
I can see it from here.
Yeah, it's totally straight. It's totally straight.
Come on, people. Just tell him.
No, because...
See? Cut it!
Yeah. Cut it out. Yeah, anyways. Yeah. Name that show.
Yeah. Well, see, now it's just wrong.
No, it's not. This is perfect. These are all the insulators that we use.
$20 in tape.
Don't even get me started. Shit, it's like $30 in shrink wrap. I mean, come on.
Just a wasting tape. I know. Hey, man.
You have no idea how much
just cut it.
Waste.
Just cut it.
This is better because this answers that question.
What question?
It's the one that no one's going to ask.
Exactly.
That's not my fault.
It's like, wow, man. So, you didn't measure right. You just put tape in there, so just to cover.
No, it's not that we didn't measure right. I got too close in the end. I
we
got
didn't
too
measure
close
right.
to the fire. It's okay.
And then you burn yourself.
Exactly.
All right, guys. So,
It's just
thank you for playing, guys.
Standing too close to the flame, man. Standing too close to the flame.
Don't do that.
Should I put the little one here?
Yeah, you have to. I mean, might as well. You already...
Where'd you put it?
It's in the top.
I hate this stuff.
Tessa tape should go next. Oh, there you go.
What?
Where's the 4 terminals?
No.
They are right there.
Dude, who uses terminals anymore? Come on.
Kenwood.
Okay, other than Kenwood, who uses terminals anymore? Come on.
It's too short. Well, the reason why it's too short is because the logo is there.
There's a 5-star logo right there.
It's the logo right there, man. Yeah. Yeah.
All right, so that's that. Okay.
All right.
I have to figure out.
Where's the speaker gasket?
Oh, foam? Yeah. No, that'll peel off.
At that point, you have to use grommets.
So I gotta make another one of those. Which was a one-off, so that ought to be fun.
Yeah, Kicker uses 4 too. Yeah.
Yeah, they still suck.
So, okay, don't cut it. Yeah, alright. So 0, 0448
Oh, hey.
18.
What are you talking about?
The wire size.
You know what's going to happen is all this crap is going to fall off during shipping.
Really?
I mean, that just seems to be...
Why don't you say that?
I don't know. My luck.
Jesus.
Jesus?
Jesus.
Jesus Christos.
That's right. So, what up? You should make a display on how it's done run. If you have time. We have one.
We have one over at the retail store.
We have one at the retail store. It has a wire harness, a radio harness.
All right, I'm going to make some noise.
And the regular harness, that's what we normally do with Tessa tape and all zip ties and everything. So when people come in the store and they ask, why do you guys charge so much? It's like, hey. We have a mess, man.
We could show that for insurance reasons, right?
Yeah.
Wow. So, this stuff right here, guys, is magic.
What is it?
This is Tessa tape. This is double-sided Tessa tape. Some people call it acrylic tape. Some call it the super red. At the end of the day, this is scrapbooking tape. Is what it's mainly used for because it's super thin. It is sticky as... It's ridiculously sticky.
It is nice.
And it's expensive. Oh my God, is it expensive? But the nice thing is, you can put this stuff on plastic like this, or plastic on paper, or whatever you want to do, and it ain't peeling off. Like you gotta really work this baby to get it to come off. So, you know, in this case, when we're building our amp racks, we're stacking plastic on top of one another, like the one he showed you over there. This is the. I hate it when they put this plastic crap on here. This is the stuff we use to build the amp racks. So it's pretty cool. Pretty cool stuff.
Pretty neat.
I love it. I love static cling. Static cling. So once you peel it off, it's perfectly clear.
Not really, but yeah.
What do you mean, but not really? It's perfectly clear.
It's not straight.
Shush. Relax.
Look at that.
This isn't my first rodeo.
It looks like.
This looks like my first rodeo.
Yes. Look at that. Oh man, that's crooked. You see that?
Here it is. Oh. All right, there we go. Yeah, we got them both.
All right, let's see.
Yeah. Look at that. Wow. All right, those are the displays. All right, we're done. Our job is done.
Yes.
If nothing else, we'll have some cool displays.
There you go. All right.
Yeah,
well,
that's pretty cool.
That's it, guys.
All right, well, that's it for tonight. We're gonna bang out of here because we gotta get all this crap packed up and make sure that we get it all to fit into the tote that we have because it's a small tote. We have to ship it off to Brian Mitchell in California so that he can bring it with him to all the Knowledge Fest that we're going to this year, which ought to be real fun.
So yes.
So that's that.
And for the people that are in the industry, we'll see you in Vegas.
Hey, you know what?
What?
I'm gonna try it. Hey guys, if you'd like some quality, high-end car audio from the price point from mild to oh my gosh, Jesus touch me. There's one place you need to stop. You know where that is?
Where?
That is MorelHiFi.com. That's right, MorelHiFi.com. And not only that, you should follow them on Instagram at I was almost there. Morel_USA. And not only that, but wait, there's more.
Right, hang on. That was Morel_America.
What did I say? Oh, I said USA?
Yeah.
All right, so, hey, look, it's hard. I've told you it's hard. Back in character. If you're coming to Knowledge Fest, all right, we will be there with Morel. Not only will we be there with Morel, we have some of the best swag, custom swag designed by myself that we'll be giving away with Morel. It's going to be awesome. You guys are going to see what it looks like here shortly. We're going to share a picture of it.
And something else.
And there's something else.
Yeah, you know, that you can put in your table.
Oh, yeah, well, that's swag. It's still all swag.
I mean.
But anyways, MorelHiFi.com.
Hi, Natasha.
Check them out. That's what you want to be. And I know this is Fernando's job. Oh, so we're going to demo the Virtus Carbon Nanos versus the regular Virtus.
That's right.
You guys that aren't going to Knowledge Fest, don't worry. You get the opportunity to hear that because we filmed it. And we got a brand new mic. It's pretty awesome. We did an amazing job. I'll pat myself on the back for that one. But you're going to love it. Yeah, I got nothing else. Thank you guys so much for tuning in with us tonight. Thank Morel for being awesome. And you guys have a great night.
Bye, guys. This fucking thing doesn't...
God, that was great.
Wow, dude. That was bad. You can't do that.
It's already live. It's nothing you can do about it.
Wow.
Yeah. Well, you know, that just goes to show everyone thinks you're so innocent. They're wrong. You're on fire, Fernando. No, literally, you're on fire. Look. No. Oh, hold on. Yeah, oh, sorry.
Okay.
Oh, you can't look.
How do you show me?
Here, wait. Here we go. Here, watch.
I have to grab
watch.
my...
No.
Oh, yeah, now you're on fire.
Yeah.
That's the reason why you put fuse.
That's definitely the reason why you put a fuse. Should I just start smacking them on the head? You know, trying to put them out?
Yeah, that'd be great. Not really.
Oh, there you go. That one's way cooler.
What is it?
This one. Here, watch.
Oh, okay, yes.
Isn't that cool?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. All right. Let's get rid of all that. Oh, that's the water one. He has tools in his hands. Flamin'. Hey, Dean. What's up, Fernando?
What's up,
it's
guys?
El Fernandez.
Hey, what's up, buddy? Thank you so much for everything. I'm doing it right now.
Yes, you're doing it right now. You're doing it and doing it well.
Oh, well, I don't know. Let's see.
Hey, from Toronto.
Oh, is the man from Toronto?
It is the man from Toronto.
Very nice.
Supposedly, I'll be in Toronto in March at the Canadian Mobile Audio Show, also called the CMA.
That's right.
Happy Sunday from friends. What's up? Oh,
Hey.
it's Clint. Of course, it's Sunday.
Oh, he's in France.
He's in where?
He's in France?
He's in France?
You say from France.
No. Did I say from France?
Yeah.
He's from Australia. Why would you say he's from France? You said he was from France. Do you know any installers in Wisconsin? Where was Marty from? Not Wisconsin, right? Honestly, I have no idea.
I'm pretty sure they are, man. Wisconsin.
When in March? I believe it's the end of March. I'll let you guys know as it gets closer. They haven't even booked the flight and hotel yet, so you know, until that happens, it's just hearsay and conjecture. So, but they seem, you know, pretty awesome about it, so I'm pretty excited. I mean, I've already got classes set up, so I better be going. Sound Decisions, Chris Hilbert in Racine, Wisconsin. There you go. So, Sound Decisions.
Sound Decisions.
Okay, so there you go. Clint goes, bonjour.
Oui.
I got a question for you. I got an answer for you. Just got to ask the question. Still waiting for the question. Type faster. You giving it a trim?
Yeah, I mean, I'm practicing my barber style.
Gotcha. Oh, easy there, Edward.
Edward.
Calm down. So it's Saturday, which means we'll be doing the live show tonight at 6 o'clock.
That is correct.
Be ready. It might be a little early. If we get the opportunity to go early, we're gonna go a little early tonight. So I'd like to get out of here if we can, but we'll see.
This is so much fun. Stay over here all night.
March 20. Okay, so there you go. Jeremy's. It's March 24th through the 26th, and the CMA. Thank you. Done working for the day. Did a remote start out in 30-degree weather this morning. Good times.
Well, you suck, because you just done. And I'm still working.
So this is what I want to see. I've always wanted to see this. I want to see somebody working on a car in the snow, like doing stereo. You know, like when we have to go outside and work. I want to see that in the snow. I want to see somebody's got to like film that video and tag me in it.
What do you mean, working?
You know how like what was it, Thursday or Wednesday or whatever day it was where we worked outside all day in the because the truck couldn't fit in the install bay.
Yes.
I would like to see.
Tuesday.
Was that Tuesday?
I think so. Yeah.
All right. Well, I'd like to see a video of that, like radio replace or plug an alarm or a set of speakers, something like that, where it's like they're walking out and there's like snow on the ground
that's illegal to work outside.
It's like an OSHA violation.
Yeah, man. I mean, you can't do that, you know.
JLW6 or Rockford P3. What is the best option? Those are two different animals for sure. Like a W6 is going to have a cast frame. I think it costs a godly more. I think the equivalent in the Rockford would be like the T1.
Probably.
Yeah. So if you're comparing like a W6, you'd have to compare it to like the T1, not the P3. I mean, if you want an awesome woofer, and you know the P3 should be relatively cheaper, it's going to that's one of my favorite woofers, if not my favorite woofer. But I think if you're trying to do W6, you need to look at a T1.
That's cool.
When setting up an active three-way, what driver should play the loudest using OEM Toyota locations? None of them. They should all play at the same level, as far as in relative to each other. So the mid-bass and the passenger mid-bass. Okay, let me rephrase that. Okay, so no, they don't necessarily. All right, hold on. When you're EQing them with an RTA, what I do is I take and match. I start with the passenger side of the car's mid-bass or tweeter or whatever, and then I'm going to screen capture that, the tune as well as the volume, and I'm going to make my passenger side look identical to it. All right, so they're going to match volume for volume, sound for sound. I'm making a clone of that side. It's a pain in the ass. And I'm going to do that for every speaker with time delay already done. When you get in the car, you may have to do some level control matching at that point. But you want to RTA them to where they're identical. Then when you're listening in the car, what usually happens is I'm turning down the passenger side maybe a half, sometimes a 1, sometimes a quarter. It just depends, and that is to steer the center channel imaging. Don't adjust the time delay. If you have your measurements right, then it's a matter of level control that is the problem. So the loudest speaker, to answer your question, is going to be the mid-bass on the passenger side. That's going to be the loudest speaker. In the highs, obviously the subwoofer is going to have to come in to match, but that's going to be the loudest speaker, and everything from there is going to be reduced. So in matching the left to the right, you're going to turn the driver's side down to match that speaker, because the microphone is closer and your head is closer to that speaker on the driver's side than is on the passenger side. So, and we turn down, we don't turn up. So that's how that goes. Now, when we talk about tuning a car and starting at, let's say, -3 or -6 dBs of adjustment on all channels, so we just, we get the optimum sound that we want, and then we turn everything down 3 or 6 dB. One of the cool things about doing that is if when you're done level matching, for one, if you want to bring everything up when you're done, you can. But also, if you don't have to turn down, you can now turn up because you have it down 3 or 6 dB. So if you get in the car and it's pulling to the driver, you can turn up the passenger because you've already cut some of the volume away from it. So you can go, I just want to add. Okay, so that'd be a way to add. And some people's brain, that actually is easier to do because it's like, oh, why do I got to keep reducing it? Well, if you just reduce everything from the get-go, then you're okay. So these are just little tricks and little annoyances as far as that goes. I hope that answers your question. Oops, 2. Okay. All right, let's move it on here. Hello from Mississippi. Wish you guys were out in Atlanta Arc Audio. Yeah.
What?
Is it better to add a battery or a cap for 2 Orion 225 HTCs? I'm not a cap fan, okay? There's very few caps anymore that don't suck. You could get the capacitor bank that has a lot of little capacitors in it, but I feel like the way battery technology has evolved in the last 20 years, battery is a way better buy than a capacitor. So, you can get a pretty small battery now that'll just destroy a battery as far as like release rate, charge rate, performance. So I would go for the battery any time over capacitor. I'll take a pic tomorrow of 4-door speakers and a deck with an amp. Thank you. Make sure you tag me in it because I'm
you're gonna freeze your ass.
You're gonna freeze your ass
How
off.
are you
But
going to do that?
just take a small video, like walking out in the snow, wearing all your. I don't know how you do it with the gloves and stuff. Like, admittedly, pussy can't handle that. Recommended 12-inch sub for pair up with Kenwood 901.5 ported box. We always do a set. We have 2 options. One we do more than other. That is the Rockford P2 10s or 12s. Is my favorite combination straight up to go to the 901.5. Every time it's like boom. Set of P2s, rocks on, tons of bass. Obviously, Kicker makes a solution for that. You go with the comps. Comp R, yeah, you can do Comp R. Keep in mind, that output channel, we got 800 watts out of that channel. So you got room. You got room to put some really nice subs. Just don't go crazy. Efficiency is better here. So a little smaller magnet, better. Do they have harnesses to install an aftermarket stereo and a Peterbilt truck? Ooh, man. That I do not know.
I'm gonna say yes.
I feel they have to.
Yeah, they have
but
to.
see, but the Peterbilts.
Right, so
okay, a lot of those use those weird plugs.
Yes.
So
But sometimes they use like a universal,
yes, it's like a universal harness.
like a 1761 or something.
No. They're usually
No.
those,
But
those,
I'm just saying
right.
the big ones.
Yeah, it's a
Yes.
big white thing.
Yeah.
So a lot of the times it was used universal. I mean, obviously, I would try to get a hold of somebody like the parts department at Peterbilt.
Yeah.
My guess is they're gonna know, but yeah, it's kind of out of our
Nobody's
wheelhouse.
gonna know.
Nobody is gonna know. Working outside sucks in Ohio. The joy of being a mobile installer. And my heart goes out to you. Truly, it does, because just like in the summertime when we got to work outside.
You guys are the real heroes, guys.
You guys are the real heroes of the 12 volt. But like when we have to work outside in the summer, it's like 90 degrees, 120% humidity, and it's just like you're just sweating, and it's just like, oh my God, kill me now. So I know it's the opposite of that, but we just come inside for 5 minutes and we're good. I know warming up is a bitch. Remote starts, stereo installs in the snow all the time in Ohio. See, I just want somebody to Ontario, Canada. I just want somebody to show me this. Like, send me a video of you, like, in a freaking snowmobile suit out putting a freaking alarm. That would be awesome. Paragon, what's going on?
Oh, what's up, Mike?
Wait. Can't wait to see the 300.
Can't wait to see the 300, yes.
Oh, you never let me know if you got the problem fixed that you called me about the other day. I'm assuming you did because you didn't call me back. But if you didn't, I want to know what the problem was. So let me know how that went, please. Name of the 4-gauge wire crimper Nando is using. Which one were you just using?
There.
Oh, the one I have to put on the...
DNF.
Yeah, it's going to be on DNF Tool Drawer next week. I have to build the whole page. I know I've been talking about that, but it will be up next week. We'll have these on there. These aren't wire crimpers. They're ferrule crimpers. So it's a little different. But these are...
They don't say.
They really don't have a model number. They're the orange-handled things.
Yes.
But next week, I'll have a link to those as well as all the tools. Like... Crimper-wise, like if you're doing a ring terminal, there's a link to that on DNF Tool Drawer. That's already up there. These are for ferrules. We don't have that one up there yet. It will be up next week because we have to have that web page up and done for our class that we're doing at Knowledge Fest, which is Modern Wire Techniques. And we're just going to have a page so that if anybody in the audience is watching and they're like, hey man, what? I can just go to DNF Tool Drawer. There's going to be a Knowledge Fest tab, and that'll just take you right to all the stuff that we are using to do the clean wire stuff. So,
all right,
and
by
that'll
the
be in
way,
there. By the
now
way,
that you're talking about Knowledge Fest, you know that we are going to be at the Morel booth Friday and Saturday.
we are?
We are, yes. And then we're going to have a live demo.
Class.
Yes.
Yeah. Do you know what day that is?
Of course.
What day is it?
It's Sunday at 3 o'clock.
No, it's Saturday.
It's Sunday.
It's Saturday. Our
It's
class.
Saturday. It's Sunday. See,
Thank you
it's
for
like
arguing with me.
So many.
Yes, we have a lot of stuff going on. But
Anyway,
yes, Saturday at 3 o'clock.
3 o'clock. We're going to be there in the class telling you.
Demoing.
Yep.
Yep, live demo. So, a lot of fun.
If you don't know what kind of speakers are going to be, head out here to Instagram to Morel_America so you can see all the speakers that they have. But that's the Morel Virtus Nanos.
Yeah, the little thin things that we've been talking about for the last couple weeks. We finished the enclosures here. We filmed it. They asked us not to release the video until after Knowledge Fest because they kind of don't want to give away the ending. But after we got them all built, we filmed our video, boxed them all back up. We sent them out to Natasha, and so they're bringing those to Knowledge Fest. So while we're there, we're going to do a training, and we're going to have those for you guys to hear. So if anybody's going to Knowledge Fest, make sure. Now, for those of you guys that aren't going to Knowledge Fest, on Monday. Maybe not Monday, probably Tuesday.
Yeah.
I'm going to release an image for you guys to see of the T-shirt that's going to be out at Knowledge Fest. Natasha has already said that even though we're going to do some kind of giveaway on Instagram for the people that obviously don't get to go to Knowledge Fest, so have no fear. She's going to do something like that. That'll be cool. And then also the lanyard. Ooh, so we got a custom T-shirt, custom lanyard.
A
couple weeks ago, I was talking about one of the things I've always wanted to do with a manufacturer, and this is it. I've been dying to do some kind of a joint 5-star branded. So naturally, Morel, big fans of the show, sponsors.
Big sponsors of the show.
I was like, hey, can we do lanyard? And they're like, yeah. And I was like, can we do a shirt? And they're like, yeah. But you got to design them both. And I was like, oh, thanks.
Morel is like, yeah, let's do it.
Yeah. So it's a cool co-branded giveaway, which is gonna be awesome. So pretty sweet. Need shirt size for you and for Fernando. I wear a large. He wears a medium.
Shocking.
I know. Youth small. Have you done a kicker key 200.4 doing two-way active with a middler and a woofer instead of a tweeter and woofer? Does it work well? The answer is yes, and yes. Yeah. All the time. Works great. It's going to be awesome. You're going to love it.
I'm done.
You're done?
I'm done.
Oh, that's awesome. How many center channel builds do you do? Actually, we've done none. Nobody gets a center channel. It's one of my things that really irritates me about car audio is that nobody's designing an amplifier with that center channel output or really good up mixers for that point. You know, it's like, so a lot of the times what happens is you give up a channel. So it's like you have a 10-channel amplifier. You're only going to use 9 of the channels, and that 10th channel you don't use for anything. It sucks. It's, you could go buy amps. All right, you could, maybe, no. Because it kind of sucks, because you can't split the channels in a lot of these situations. You can't tell, like, channel 1 to be mid-bass, channel 2 to be tweeter in some instances. You know, I've said I want a 5-channel amplifier from the manufacturers, but I want like 3x70 and 2x100 or 120, and they just look at me like I'm a crack, and then they make some excuses and shit like that, and I'm just like, you guys realize that all these cars are coming with center channels. Figure this shit out. So
now it's just a lot of cursing, dude.
Was there a lot of cursing?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Kids are watching.
I'm passionate about it, man. Recommended 12-inch. Did that. Upgrading alternator wiring and grounds. There you go. Best way to ensure stereo gets the current. Battery. That was the question. Alternator would be nice too. Proper way to dispose of old capacitors. Clean out shop. Local recycle place. Or if nobody's looking at a trash can. But local recycle place, right? That's what we're supposed to do. Must have been a long time since Dean's been in Michigan in the winter. I can tell you, Haley was in 5th grade, and she's in her 6th year of college. And she took a year off. So, yeah, it's been a really long time. Charge them and toss them. That's so bad. I'm trying to do an old school setup on my car. What old school EQ crossover by audio control would you recommend? I wasn't a big old school audio control guy. I know you have the EQTs, you have the EQL. One of those. Let's get a set. Name a 4-gauge wire crimper. Okay, don't have it. What's up, everyone? All right, let me just fast forward here. So if you don't have center channel builds, does your system sound good even when not in the driver's seat? Let me tell you something. Even with a center channel, okay. Even with a center channel, you don't necessarily, you have to have an up mixer to give you that surround sound effect. So like you want to sit in the driver's seat and the passenger seat and have equal amounts of enjoyment like you do in your home stereo. But your home stereo has been recorded, the sound you're playing has been recorded in a way that that's possible. We have 2-channel audio. We have a left and we have a right. How that works is you sit in the middle, and that gives you the staging that you're trying to do. So the closest you can do by having 2 people is lean in, and it's going to sound great, kind of, but not really. So now you have some form of a processor that can extract what would be considered the main vocal and have that play in the center of the dash, and then have everything else play like it would a surround. So you have to do a lot of upmixing, which is where the word comes to, for the stereo image to sound like a surround image. And there's not a lot of people doing that or doing it well. So now what you end up with is 2 seats that sound okay. Yeah. Or you have to design the stereo in such a way, like put speakers in the right positioning to give you that sound. So if you ever get the opportunity to sit in like a Tesla has basically like 2 stereo points in the front of the car because they have a speaker that's located up high to steer the sound on the passenger side, and then another one up high on the driver's side that totally passes over the head of the people sitting in there, so that when you sit in the car, it sounds like it's coming from the steering wheel, and it sounds like it's coming from the center of the dash. BMW tries to do that also, but not to the way Tesla does it, like really well. But then your stereo image is right in front of you, and it kind of compresses the sound stage. So there's a lot that goes into it, but when we design a car, we design it for the driver. Yes, to answer that question. Our cars are designed for the driver who's going to be in the car. Now, in some cases, somebody will be like, I have a lot of people in the car, or I'm driving people, and I want everyone to experience this loud sound. So it's like, cool. We turn off the time alignment. We give them that as a preset. It's time to go. We give them that as a preset, and then it sounds, like normal. It just sound everywhere. And for a lot of people, that's pretty cool. I use the ACR3 just to switch presets for me in the passenger, mostly for me. Exactly. But yeah, if you have a DSP where you can do presets, have one set up master time align for you, the driver, who's going to be in the vehicle 90% of the time. And then, if you're driving with your wife and she likes you to play it loud, I mean, when they're sitting in the passenger seat, it sounds like it always does. It sounds like it's coming from the corner of the dash on that side of the car. But if you would like, everyone in the car, the people in the rear, the people in the front, do one without time alignment, and it's still going to be EQ'd. It's still going to sound wonderful. It's just you're not steering the sound to a predetermined point. So, and sometimes, dude, like I did a car the other week. I did that, and the guy was absolutely like, "This is the best thing ever," and I was like, "Cool." Because keep in mind, I mean, I'm 50. I've been doing this 30. Let's just stop at 30. When I started, that wasn't even a thing. And we were all happy with it. And now that we're, the industry has evolved and we're starting to do cooler stuff, but there's still a lot of people out there that are like, no, that just doesn't sound right. It doesn't sound like. Just like I know when I get somebody in here that's 60 years old, they want a lot of sound from the back because they grew up in a time where all the big speakers were in the back of the car and the little speakers are in the front. So, it's just talking to what you got going on. What's cooking in the bay today? We're just finishing up this Accord hybrid. We put a L7, a Q class L7 in it that he had with an old audio control 1200 epicenter. I know, right? Pretty neat. I didn't even know we sold any of those. We had taken it out of another car, I guess. I know we sold at least one because it's here now. How's the AC system? I'm going to say so far so good. Last night it was really cold here, so we had the doors open. For those who don't know, my air conditioning broke in my house, and we just finally got it replaced. So it was like, I was like, let's open the doors. And my wife was like, but we have the new AC. And I was like, yeah, but it's like 60 outside, and I'm not going to compete against that. So that's ridiculous. So hopefully it's great. Had an SQ guy try to tell me center stage should be just to the right of your steering wheel and not in the center of the dash. Not going to change my center because of him. So we have two reps. They work together with one another. We call one Sajecki and the other one's Bill. They both been on the show before. Sajecki wants his center stage to be directly in front of him, like right in front. Like he wants his hands at 10 and 2, and it sounds like the main vocal is coming right over the steering wheel. Bill, his partner, says he's nuts. I want it to come from the center of the dash. To me, that's true center. Are either one of them wrong? Are either one of them right? Doesn't matter. It's your car. It's the way you want it to sound. I hop into a car, guy tells me, dude, this thing sounds lit. This is the most amazing I've ever heard. And you're sitting in the car and you're going, man, those tweeters are killing it, bro. You know, it's like, right? Those sound off. It's cool. It's cool. It's what he likes. You know, no two cars are need to be the same. You can make it any way you want. It's yours, man. Have fun with it. You know, somebody gets in there and they say, I don't like this. I don't care. You know, I'm not a fan of eating cakes that don't have wheat. You know, I like sugar in my cookies. That's okay. Some people don't. It's not a big deal. I unplugged my center channel, LOL. Well, and it's funny because the same guy that wanted me to turn off all the surround, he thought his center channel was too loud. And we're like, no, you can barely hear it. It's just there because we need it for Bluetooth and stuff. And he's like, no, it's killing it. And I turned it off, and he's like, did you turn it off? I said, no. It's because it was time aligned and everything was coming out of the center. It was really just there to kind of help ground the center, like it's this point. So you could still have a center channel in a one-seat tune. It actually helps. I'm tying a line to the center and love it. Exactly. I mean, there's no wrong thing. That's the great thing about it. Like, I always laugh when I see people arguing about speakers. Like, oh, this speaker's better than that speaker. It's like, why? Why is it better? Oh, well, it's this has this. I don't like. I can't hear that. The mice, they can hear it. The dogs, they can hear it. You know, Fernando likes a different sound than I like. It's okay. There's no wrong answer. It's just a matter of what you like. Design that system. Make yourself happy. Buy the equipment you want. I mean, be real about it, but I mean, you know, it's what it is. It's okay. Jesus is like turned into a Sunday sermon. Tonight, by the way, at 6 o'clock when we do the show, might be a little early, we're going to talk for the first 10 or 15 minutes. Trying to keep it to 10. We're going to talk about all the new features in the audio control software that just came out. If you haven't heard, they have new software for all of their processors and amplifiers. And we're going to go over the new key features that have been released so that if you've got one of them, you feel like updating, you'll have somewhere to go as far as how to use it, how to play with it. I got my RTA2 the other day. Thank you. Thanks, Sue. Sue's the one that makes sure all those things go out. But yes, you're welcome. Thank you for buying one. For those of you that haven't bought an IRTA2, been waiting because you're like, I have a USB 2 iPad. It will work. You do have to buy the Apple USB 2 to aux jack. And then there are some things now in the software where you have to tell the software to use an external microphone. So we haven't made those videos yet, but we will. That's my plan for tomorrow. Thanks for the reminder. Well, there you go. Glad I could help. But that's it, guys. Hey, listen, make sure to tune in tonight. We're going to talk about the audio control. So, and then we'll do questions. So it's just going to be like 10 minutes of the new software just to kind of get you guys filled in. and then it's all questions, all kinds of fun, and we'll take it from there. Thank you guys for spending some time with us today. You guys have a great rest of your weekend. We'll see you tonight. Bye.